This is a live unboxing of the latest project from Rare Character Whiskey Company. It's called the Rare Character Limited Release, and it's a marriage of some of the finest barrels they have encountered through the rickhouses of America. Now, since they sent me this PR box, I figured it would be cool to unbox it, see what's in it, so you guys can see what reviewers get sent sometimes. Plus, we will learn a little bit more about Rare Character. Open it up, review it, stay here, let's find out what's inside. It's the Mash and Drum. What's up, folks? I'm Jason C. for the Mash and Drum, and welcome back to the show. Like, subscribe, and help me keep climbing to that 100,000 subscriber milestone here in 2024. Appreciate the support. So as I mentioned, this PR kit was sent to me by Rare Character, but for this, Rare Character reached out to me on Instagram and basically said, hey, this is so-and-so. If you would like to try our new limited release, please email this person by this time frame. So sometimes it's not always automatic that you're gonna get a chance to try something and they're just gonna send it to you automatically. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of legwork or pay attention to social media accounts in order to get some PR boxes. Now, if you don't know who Rare Character is an NDP or non-distilling producer, and they basically are dedicated to finding the best barrels to source for their different product lines. Their single barrel series has been popular over the last few years, which includes bottles like this. This is a bourbon that I selected for my group, and this is also a rye that was selected for my group. They also have their native wood series, their finishing series, their exceptional series. They also collabed with Rare Bird 101 to release Pride of Anderson County, and have also revived old labels like Fortuna and most recently Brook Hill. Fortuna or Fortuna? I'm gonna say Fortuna. All right, so let's open this box and find out what's in it and talk about the Rare Character limited release. All right, so here it is. Let's get it open. All right, here we go. Let's see what's in it. All right, so it looks like we have a full bottle in here. That's pretty, didn't expect a full bottle in there. It did feel heavy though, so maybe I should have thought there was a full bottle in here. We have a PR card, just kind of tells you all about the whiskey. Usually you get this with every single PR kit that you get, that gets sent to you. For the most part you do. Looks like we have a t-shirt as well. Rare Character limited release. There you go. What size is this? They didn't ask me for my shirt. It's a large. Large will do. There you go. Pretty cool. Matches the artwork on the bottle. And lastly, it can't be a good PR kit unless it comes with a Glen. All right, so there it is, a pretty cool PR box from Rare Character. I just realized that this this square here is actually it's kind of a zoom up close photo of the grains of the inside of the tree. So when you cut a tree and you kind of look down at the stump and it has all the rings, it tells you basically how old the tree is. That's basically what that is. So, all right, let's try the whiskey. This looks dangerously close to red wax. I don't know if, don't tell Maker's Mark. Oh, it's dark. Okay, so according to the brand and the press card that I read, the blending process for batch 1 of the Rare Character limited release began with the foundation of 5.5 year to 15-year Kentucky distilled straight wheated bourbon whiskey and Kentucky straight rye bourbon whiskey. So you have some wheated bourbon, you have some rye bourbon, 5.5 to 15 years all blended to create this. Now it's bottled at 113 proof, which is cask strength. The retail price for this will be $89.99, which for Rare Character is a good price. Usually their stuff is a lot higher than that, and I was a little nervous about the price that this was gonna be 200 plus, but for $89.99, I think that's a good price for Rare Character, so let's try it. So just a quick note about that price point, because I do like that price point. I hope it stays that way. I was looking in the PR box for anything that said anything about a price of this, but couldn't find anything, went online, anything that they had sent me, and I did not see anything that called out the price point. However, I did go on a few websites to find out what the price could be on this, and most of them did say $89.99. So I'm hoping that's what the price stays at, because if it does, I think that'd be a good price point for Rare Character. Like I said, this is a really nice dark whiskey, so let's get into it. So off the front, I get these really deep, rich apples, like kind of apple pie apples with cinnamon. A lot of brown sugar. Again, this is first pour, hasn't really opened up yet, but it's pretty strong. There's a beautiful oak profile here on it as well. Nice sweet oak. I think there is some age coming through here. You might get a little bit of like a slight leather note, maybe a little cedar wood as well. It just smells really dark, really rich. It's on the sweeter side. That oak profile isn't as much the main point of this as is the sweetness. I mean, it's just getting sweeter. The brown sugar, the cinnamon, the candy apple. It's definitely piqued my interest from a nose standpoint, so let's give it a try. Wow, that is buttery. It is buttery. It is like drinking melted toffee over your palate. Good spice on the back of the palate on this one. I'm sure there are some like dark fruit complexities here, but it's so sweet and candy on the front of the palate. That's crazy. Yeah, the caramels and vanillas that come through, again, it's very dense, very rich. It drinks like a straight up creme brulee in a glass with some of that burnt brown sugar on top. A little bit of citrus actually makes its way to the mid palate. Get some bright punches of lemon peel, orange peel. Man, the creme brulee flavors in here are really strong. I mean, it's just, and the way it coats the palate is probably the best part. It's so rich and dense. But yeah, the vanilla, the caramels, those rich brown sugars, kind of like that burnt topping of a creme brulee, all throughout this. A little bit of oak on the back end, and I do think you do get some of the little bit of a younger whiskey profile right there in the mid palate. It comes through. It's a little bit bright, but for the most part, I think the sweetness on the front of the palate and this long lingering finish kind of balances out enough where it's not making too much of a, you know, not too much of an impact. I'm starting to taste the wheated bourbon notes a little bit more in here, I think. I think that's what's becoming a little bit stronger for me. So that honey aspect is coming through as well on top of the apple and the cinnamon and that creme brulee type of aspect to it. The best thing about this whiskey is the texture of it. The texture of it is crazy. It just coats your palate front to back. I don't know, the only thing I could say, you know, a little bit negative about this whiskey is that little bit of a youthful character. And again, I'm not a big fan of wheated bourbons. Wheated bourbons really isn't my thing. I like some wheaters. It really depends on what it is, but that's my palate. If there's a lot of you guys out there that love wheated bourbons, the wheated bourbon notes in here that are contributing, I think are actually adding to the experience, not taking away from it. See, on that sip, I got this nice barrel char to it, and it just keeps going, but it's so rich and sweet. This is really good. Again, not what I expected. I thought with Rare Character, now Rare Character definitely has a reputation for sourcing some incredible barrels. Now, if it does stay at that $90 price point, yeah, Rare Character has something here. Now, because I don't know what the actual reach is gonna be for this bottle as far as availability, I mean, we do know it's gonna be limited. We do know it's supposedly gonna be about $90. I'm not sure what states or where this is gonna be. And for under $100, there's not many Rare Character releases that are under $100. So for this, with this type of quality in this blend, I think it's really good. Listen, I've gotten plenty of PR boxes and plenty of samples. I've actually been kicked off of a couple of sample lists because I was a little too harsh with the whiskey. So you guys know I'm gonna be honest, and for this bottle, the PR box was pretty cool, but I think the whiskey is even better. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review here on the Master and Drum for the new Rare Character Limited Edition Series #1. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, find me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments if you've had anything else from Rare Character, including whether it's their native series, their finishing series, a straight up bourbon rye, or even their exceptional series. Let me know what you think of the quality of their whiskeys, and if this one sounds enticing to you. As I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers, and I'll see you next time right here on the Master and Drum. Take care, folks. This is good.